Hello guys, and today's video is another short one, but a lot of you have been asking me why, one of the reasons why I moved up north, because my family and I live up north. We live in Cumbria, so I thought, well, I'll make a video and answer I think 5 reasons or 5 things we considered, or 5 reasons why we relocated up north. I know I've shared in some of my videos how I got 3 offers when I was relocating from Zimbabwe, which is where I'm from, to come to the UK, and how we then narrowed down to say we're going to relocate to this part of the country. And I'll share more of the social reasons why, or other reasons, personal reasons why we picked this area or this community in particular, or this, I don't know, county or city or where we live. I don't know how we want to put it or how we want to classify it, but anyway, it is what it is. So guys, a big welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Florence, and if you're watching me for the first time, guys, please do subscribe. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for your support and love. On this platform, we do talk about life in the diaspora, life in the UK, because that's where we are. We do talk about other opportunities in other countries actually, so it's life in the diaspora in general, opportunities and lifestyle, other things and more. So all the more reasons why you need to stay tuned on this channel in particular. So guys, let's get straight into it without taking much of your time. So when we were still in Zimbabwe, still in Africa, and fast forward, I'll not talk about how we were applying, because I think I've shared that. If I've not, put it in the comments if you want me to share about how I applied, if we were really being particular about where we want to move to. But I remember I got 3 offers, 3 COSs, 3 sponsorships. One was for Manchester, one was for here, Cumbria, and one was for Leeds. So we had a decision to make, really, based on the lifestyle we want, based on what we wanted for children, based also on the lifestyle we were living when we were still back home. We are that kind of family who didn't live in a big city when we were back home, so we were looking for something more laid back, something more relaxed. And talking of opportunities, I've said we got an offer in Manchester, an offer in Leeds, an offer in Cumbria. When I look at it and think about it now, these are all northern cities. This is like, it's classified as North England. So it shows you, it's a reflection of really the job market and everything else. It's really care-wise, in terms of the healthcare, worker visa. There are more opportunities this part of the country. If you're still job hunting, check these areas for opportunities. So first and foremost, the thing that actually largely influenced us moving to Cumbria was cost of living. In terms of maybe rentals, in terms of expenses in general. Housing is one of the things that attracted us to this part of the country, because it's a bit low cost. It's a bit of, when we compare it with people that live down south, people that live in the Midlands and everywhere else in the country, it's more reasonable, it's more affordable rather. I know you can find for a 2-bedroom house, you can find from a range of about £450 a month to 600, 700, depending on what you're looking at, depending on location and things like that. So if I could live in this country and pay 450 on rentals, I would gladly do that. So if you are thinking relocation, or if you are already living in the diaspora, you know how it is, how a huge chunk of what you earn or what you're working for goes towards bills and rentals. So part and parcel of what influenced us moving up north was affordable cost of living. So think about it if you're thinking relocation. The second thing that we considered when we were moving up north was, I think, how diverse communities are up here. We were looking for communities where people are embracing diversity, because I mean, we've got young children and we're raising these children in this country, so it was quite key. And when you look at communities like Leeds, Manchester, there's big African communities there. It's vibrant like that. Of course, where we live in particular, like when we came, there was a few African people, African families, but like with time, we are growing. We see a lot of African families, and we are open to that. We're experiencing the other side of life that we didn't, or we wouldn't have experienced probably if we'd moved down south or any part of the country. But not to take away the fact that there is diversity down south, but it's more laid back up here. It's one of the things that we also looked at. Also, the other thing that made us relocate here was the fact that, like, natural beauty. This is the home of the Lake District, Yorkshire Dales, Peak District, and everywhere else. Honestly, I can tell you, I would say if you live here, you don't really need a holiday, because you can experience everything beautiful, everything picturesque, just for a day trip. I know I'm always in Keswick whenever I have time. My kids love going there. We're always in Patamia. There's so much to do. There's so much that you can do. And there's nothing that beats finding something to do within your community without you having to book somewhere, having to think accommodation, think flights, think long drive and accommodation, things like that. So we do enjoy that, and it's a plus because we live here. So yeah, we are enjoying it. The fourth thing that I want to talk about, I know a lot of people will be thinking, but actually I am experiencing it now, and I would encourage people to move to areas like where we live. Government support for integration. One of the questions that I do get asked the most online is the fact that, like, you talk about the NHS. Does the NHS there sponsor Bantu? I joined the NHS here where I live in Cumbria, and they do sponsor Bantu. Part and parcel of that is because probably to promote people going back to work, or people, diversity and everything. So there are certain things, or there are certain opportunities that if we were down south, we would not get, because of maybe competition, because of maybe there's a lot of people available for those things so that they can go to. So actually we are getting to experience some of these opportunities based on location, based on maybe minority wise. So it's one of the things that actually have learned to say, oh, you want certain opportunities, probably move to certain areas. Probably you could benefit from that. The fifth thing that I want also to talk about is how friendly these communities are. These are, I can't say they are marginal. No, I can't find a proper word to really describe this community, but guys, it's very rare. I've been down south, I've been in the Midlands, I've been in certain communities where people just mind their own business. Nobody says hello to anybody. I've been to London a few times, and I'm like, okay, I love coming here, it's beautiful, but I can't live here. Everybody minds their own business. Everybody is just doing their own thing. Whereas I live up north, life is more laid back. At least people take the time to say hello to you. It's more relatable for us. Like, we are from Africa, we are African like that. I always encourage my children to say, like, always greet an elder if you see them. If you live up here where we live, it's always, hiya, how are you doing? People have time for people. People still want to connect. People still take the time to make you feel welcome, make you feel, you're part and parcel of the community. I can't even start to talk about, like, the community where we live in, how lovely the people are, how accommodating. You feel it from the school where your children go to. Parents reach out, other moms reach out. That's beautiful. Your kids get invites to. I'm not saying it doesn't happen anywhere else, but it's the way they take their time to make you feel like you are a part of them. It's amazing. It's brilliant. I love that about living up north. The neighbors and everywhere else, people do actually take their time to make you feel you're part and parcel of the community. Above everything, this is the last thing, and guys, thank you for watching until the end. One of the things that I love is the fact that I've had to learn driving and other things in a more laid back way. I'm one of those people that realize, like, well, I used to drive back home, but If you have to drive abroad, Europe, England, yeah, it's a different kind of driving. It's a different kind of technology. I have had to experience technology and other things in a more laid back environment, in a more, chilled, and where I'm learning things, I'm embracing things in my own pace, in my own time. So those are some of the benefits of living up north. Those are some of the things that I would have been lost if I had moved straight away into London, down south, bigger communities. And honestly, guys, probably I would have mental breakdown. I would have gone like, I'm lost, I want to go back home. But I've had time to integrate, time to find my feet, time to embrace the culture and everything in a laid back environment. So if you're somebody who is like me, who is sort of like an introvert, who are a bit reserved around things, you would want to move somewhere where life is a bit slower. You integrate, you find your feet, you learn things, and then when you have actually found your feet, then you can move to bigger cities, bigger spaces, bigger things, and all. So guys, that's all I had for you today. I'll see you in our next video. Bye.